Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Hello to the Going Merry, a channel dedicated to the amazing world and story of One Piece. And today I will be reviewing chapter 1000, which I'm really glad to be one of its witnesses when it was released. I'm really happy for Oda, I'm happy for Luffy. The journey is amazing, the story is amazing, because One Piece really is one of the most amazing things that I've ever witnessed. I'm really happy that I was able to witness this greatness, this great chapter 1000, because this chapter for me exceeded expectations. I know some people they really didn't like it. I don't know how, but probably because they expected a revelation of new character and stuff like that, like chapter 500 where we revealed Rayleigh and 100 where we revealed Dragon and stuff like that. But chapter 1000 is One Piece. It's pure One Piece, and it reminds us by the title, Monkey D. Luffy or Straw Hat Luffy, that this story is Luffy's story, not Dragon's story, not Rayleigh's story. It's Luffy's story, and the chapter itself is full of comedy, drama, and action. I really can't find all the words that could explain the greatness of that chapter. I'm really happy that I witnessed that. I'm really happy that I read it. I read it like over 2 hours ago, and my heart's still pumping from the excitement and from the from the greatness I saw. In further ado, the chapter starts with Luffy on the fifth floor, and he meets the Darkstorm Three Musketeers. And he's like, "Oh, thanks for the help." And the Darkstorm Musketeers are already cleared the fifth floor, and he was like, "Thanks, Leon Viper." Uh, and it's Shillian, we know his name's Shillian, but that's an ongoing comical thing that Luffy always forgets name. We all know about that. And then he forgets about name, yes, but he never forgets the action of the people. And he says, "I still remember how you risked your lives for Raizo's sake." And you can see Sicilian crying, which really touched my heart, because my imagination is pretty good, um, and I was an anime only before I turned into manga. So I always imagine their voices with the music of One Piece of the anime. That scene really touched my heart. I can't wait to see it animated. Then we go to where Queen is and Marco and Zoro and stuff like that, and those amazing people. And this scene is pretty amazing because I'm a Marco fan, you know. So seeing him handling two commanders, King and Queen, and throwing Zoro up there was pure greatness for me. Um, I was a little disappointed in King though, but after thinking about it, it's okay because they probably don't know about Marco's power, a lot of Marco's power, because we can see Apu at the beginning of the war. He slashed Zoro and knocked out Luffy. Does that mean that Apu is stronger than them? Not at all. They only just didn't know they were ignorant about his devil fruit powers, and that's it. And there we have another One Piece mark, which is Zoro being thrown off to the roof, and he's saying, "Don't just toss me." And this is One Piece. One Piece is not just an adventure story or action story or drama story. It has all sorts of things, and without being feeling off. You have comedy in the middle of a serious situation, and you don't feel like, oh, that's not a place for comedy. No, you left off, and the next panel you cry. It's really amazing, and I really like that about it, which is why I love that 1000 because it has all that. Then we go back to Momonosuke and Yamato on the stereo, and Momonosuke's like, "D, it was written in the journal." I think Yamato is going to tell Momonosuke about the D clan and the will of D and stuff like that. And Yamato says, honestly, I never truly believed that I would get the chance to meet you, the son of Odin, the one who was born on Whitebeard's ship and went on Roger's ship. Uh, your father lived a great life, and you should read about it. And she also mentions that the journal was safe in from the burning castle on the day the Odin that Odin was executed. So who helped her? Maybe Taki. Probably Taki is the one who threw the journal into the river, or maybe it's just by the wind. I'm not sure about it, but it's probably someone who helped Yamato to get this journal. Maybe Toki, maybe Hiyori, but Hiyori was saved by Kawamatsu, so it doesn't make sense or a lot of sense. Uh, and she mentions that in the journal, Odin says that in the future, over 20 years later, the new world will be overrun by young, powerful pirates. And we see panels of Trafalgar Law and Kid climbing up to the fifth floor, where Kaido is and Big Mom. And Yamato says, I thought that Ace was one of the people who will change the Wano and change the world and oversee the seas of the new world. And then we go flashback again to Yamato and Ace drinking with each other and talking. And we got in the middle of a conversation where Ace says, "Oh, I should have said that about Luffy's dream," and you wouldn't dare laugh at it because I won't allow it. Me and Sabu laughed at it at first, but I think he can do it. So now there has been a theory going around about Luffy's dream, and it's pretty interesting because I think it's really true. Because we see Roger and talking to Whitebeard and Odin and says, "My dream is," and he doesn't continue. And Roger and Whitebeard is like, "Oh, are you a child or something?" And it's like, really shocked. It's the same face that Yamato was doing when she heard about Luffy's dream from Ace. Also, in the post arc, which I made a video about, actually, it's my first video, um, we also see that Sabo saying I'll be a great sailor, and then Ace saying I'll be a great pirate, and I wear to the top, and then Luffy says, I'll be the, and he doesn't continue. And in the video, I thought I said he probably said Pirate King, but that could not be the case because we also see Shanks and Rayleigh when they met. Shanks said, I can't believe that some guy said the same words that our captain said. So Roger would never say that he wants to be a Pirate King because the Pirate King was it was a name given to Roger by the public. So he would never say, my dream is to become the Pirate King. And at the same time, what was Roger's dream? So I've been thinking about it. Of course I don't know what was Roger's dream or what Luffy's dream is because as you see it's hidden. But it's obvious that it's not being the Pirate King. Pirate King is a part of it, is an important part of it, maybe the most important part of fulfilling the dream that they want. So I don't really know, but I'm really excited to know, and Oda has been giving us signs that it's not Pirate King, it's something else. And because also Ace said, I really think he can make it happen. If he was talking about Pirate King, he would say, I think he can do it, or he will be the Pirate King, but he said, make it happen. So it's something that is made. What is it? I'm really excited to know. But please give me your thoughts about that. And then Yama says, I would never laugh on that dream. It's the same words of of the King of Pirates spoke, and she has tears in her eyes. So I think if it was Gold Roger and Odin writing, "Oh, I want to be the Pirate King," she wouldn't cry. It's not an emotional thing for Yamato. You know what I'm saying. So I think it's it's bigger than that, but at the same time, it's really simple because if it's really complicated thing that means that requires strategy and stuff like that, I don't think that will be Luffy because all throughout the story, we know that Luffy is not the strategist or the smartest guy in the room. So I don't think it's really complicated. I think it's just pure and simple. Like I want to reunite every race or stuff like that, or I want to be free and make everyone free as well. But I also have other thing. What was the spark for that dream? Because every dream has spark. We always thought the Pirate King was Shanks. He sparked that dream, but it feels the other way around because I think Luffy said the words that Gold George said, I want to be whatever, or I want to fulfill whatever. And Shanks like, oh my god, the guy knows that. And then he told him that he should be a Pirate King. Then Luffy said, I'll be a Pirate King to fulfill the dream. And that's why Shanks gave him the straw hat. And that's just my thought. I don't like theories at all, but this one is pretty obvious, so I had to mention it. Then we see Yamato is telling Ace that I made your fever card, and that's really amazing to see that that's the same fever card that Ace gave to Luffy, which was really amazing to see that Yamato is the one who made it. So Yamato has been part of Luffy for a long time, from back in Alabasta. So that's really amazing touch. I really liked it. And that's why some people say that the curse spread was combined and the titles of chapter 999 and 1000 are also combined. The sake I brewed to drink with you, Straw Hat Luffy. And that is Yamato is the one who's saying that. Then Ace leaves, and then Yamato says, and then one day Ace's car just disappeared, and she knew that he's dead from the newspaper. And then we see Luffy going up the fifth floor and crashing in the door to see him meet the other supernovas, one of the best panels, and that's where we see the great action and the second meeting between the fifth Yonko, Monkey D. Luffy, and Kaido, and Big Mom, of course. But she didn't do anything great that chapter or in Wano overall. So I'm really excited to see what part is she playing in Wano and what will she do. And then we see Kid, Killer, Luffy, Zoro, and of course Trafalgar Law. And then we see downstairs, not downstairs, no, down the panel. We see over 20 years in the future, powerful pirates leading the next generation will come swarming into the new world. If I'm dead by then they will be the ones to strike down Kaido. And then we see Luffy, and that panel is more amazing than the panel with supernovas against Kaido and Big Mom, where Luffy just walks between two Yonko, and that scene, I really felt it, and it was really amazing. And it shows Luffy's character, Luffy's priorities. He has a priority list. Are my friends safe? And he just goes to Kinemon and says, "Are you okay? Are you alright? I'm sorry it took me too long." And we see the other scabbards falling off. They are all knocked unconscious. And Kinemon is crying, saying, "I have nothing to show to Lord Odin. What a shame." I really, as I said, my imagination is really good. I really felt that panel, Uh, we also see Kaido trying to hit Luffy, and Luffy's like, "Then Trafalgar, just bring them down, bring them anywhere safe here, another way here to be safe." These captives. And just Luffy fends off the path of Kaido, and he just bumps in Gear Third in midair. And we see some flashbacks, and it's really good. I really like that. And that flashback always happened at the end of the fight, where he's just Luffy's like going for the finishing blow, but that time it's starting the fight with Kaido. And I said I was an anime only, and I really felt those panels because I was an anime only until Yasuo's death. So we see the panel from Zou, where Raizo is alive and well, where the Dogstorm and Nikmomushi and all the minks tried to meddle with their lives for the sake of Raizo, one of the scabbards. And we saw Momonosuke crying, saying, "I want to defeat Kaido, who killed my father." And we see uh, Kinemon's determination recrossed through time and to arrive here from the Wano of 20 years ago. And of course, at the end, Yasuo's death and sacrifice. Um, and he said one of the amazing words: "The friendly upball of Ipusa town shall make the final grand journey." And then we go to the boss Osama. "The fire of rebellion still burns. The sparks have not gone out." And the end, Lord Odin, beloved by all, was taken to the flower capital as a criminal, tried and executed. Then we see Luffy going with the red rock into Kaido's face, and that panel, I can't I can't I can't say how many amazing panels were on chapter 1000. I really can't believe that One Piece fans saying that it was an okay chapter or it didn't exceed expectations, because every panel was amazing, was just pure amazingness. And then he goes Red Rock and Kaido's on the ground, and Big Mom is shocked and says, "How can you fall off that, Kaido?" And we can see Kaido is really hurt. He just didn't fell off because balance or something. He was really hurt. And finally we see, "I am the one who will surpass you all and be the king of pirates." And we know that's not the real dream, of course, but that's a very important thing. And it's Luffy's statement in every anime, at the end of each and every episode. And it's just his sign, "I'll be the pirate king." I really love it. Uh, I'm really excited for chapter 1001, because chapter 1000 is really amazing, but chapter 1001, if it's the completion of the fight between Kaido and Luffy and Supernovas, or it will be the completion of the fights of the Tabiropo. We all know the matchups already, but from chapter 998, or will it be the Will of D and Momonosuke and Yaoto still going on about the Oden Journal? It could be many things. It could be the end of Act 3 and we could go out, but I don't think it. Maybe it'll be the end of Act 3 and then 1002. You could see the outer world again. What did the Chibukai do? What the world government is doing? What is Dragon doing? What is Sub doing? And stuff like that. If you like that review, please leave a like and subscribe. And I know I'm not the best at that, so if you want me to improve anything, please comment, because I know I need improvisation, more improvement. So I'm all ears. I'm ready to get advice, and thank you so much.